if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out.
It doesn't even enter my consciousness.
Okay, so I had the opportunity to sleep a little bit, and I feel optimistic again. I am genuinely like an optimistic person, so when I feel like my agency and my optimism are being stripped away, it just doesn't feel good. But sometimes all you need is sleep, and I am grateful to be with this group of people because everybody has such a positive attitude. Everyone experienced something on their travel day. It wasn't just me. We all had our ups and downs yesterday, but the best thing is that we are here now. We're gonna make do with what we have. We have our first rehearsal with everybody here today. So I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to be singing with everybody and hearing everyone perform. This is such an amazing, magical show. We still don't have an update on missing luggages. We're gonna figure it out. I have to focus on the things that I have. And if you're watching this, I hope that you can be encouraged by this as well, because I'm telling you, I wanted to crash out so bad so many times yesterday. And a younger me would have been in tears. A younger me would have been crashing out. Basically, feeling big feelings that would not have been productive in the moment. I'm also very thankful to PD. It was like an ebb and flow. Like in the moments where I was really starting to feel it, he picked me up. And when he was starting to feel it, I hope anyway, that I was able to at least help him keep going. Rehearsal starts in maybe 2 hours from now. I had breakfast. I didn't take any pictures of breakfast. It was good though. It was like traditional Turkish breakfast. Our tour manager gave me some clothes to wear. So I'll have some clothes to wear for rehearsal. And we're gonna figure this out. Let's get this day started. There are a bajillion cats all throughout Turkey, and they're so precious and everyone seems to be caring for them. So throughout the next few days, I will probably have seen the most city kitties I've ever seen in my entire life. And so we made our way to Devo Studios, and it was a smaller rehearsal space, but we were able to get everything done that we needed to for the most part. And there were some other bands also rehearsing there at the same time, so it was kind of cool to hear other musicians. Also, started feeling sick. But I was in denial about it. But still in denial about all of that, I went to dinner with a good chunk of the band. We walked into this restaurant. I don't have the name of it, but we walked in and we sat down and we were thinking we were going to order off of a menu. But instead, they just started bringing us a ton of food. And I was so scared that we got scammed or like gringoed into eating like... you know, an 8-course meal, because it definitely was like 8 courses, and having to pay like a gazillion dollars for it. But this meal ended up only costing USD. I think I maybe spent $20 with a tip. And we got doner, rice, we got a few different appetizers, Turkish tea, and then we also got this really, really delicious dessert and had food to go for everybody. So I was really pleased. And that tea definitely hit the spot considering I was coming down with a cold and didn't really know.
I assume that's just water to top it up as well.
Are you putting basil in your... Oh shit, come on, dessert?
For your own?
Let's give it a 1. Oh, that's too much. I'm scared for you. Oh, dessert.
Cheers, guys.
And then I immediately passed out because, well, the actual worst case scenario has happened.
I have caught a cold. On top of everything else that has happened. I brought Theraflu with me, so I took that last night. But I went over to Exxon. I don't know how you actually say it. But it's their pharmacy here in Turkey. I got all these things. So, yeah. Istanbul. Look, you don't want to start a tour with a cold. And so at rehearsal, I'm trying to sing through my tunes, and I'm like, I'm cracking on low notes, I'm cracking on high notes. I'm an alto, possibly a contralto, and the low notes were harder for me to get. It just felt like there was like some weird like sheet of funk over my throat. If you go back and watch episode 1, you can listen throughout that episode. My voice is like getting deeper and deeper and deeper as the day goes on. And I just thought it was fatigue. I just thought I needed a good night's sleep just to like settle down and be okay. And as it turns out, no. So out of love for the cast and crew, I masked up. And I also made sure to sit in the front of the Sprinter van away from everyone, which made me so sad because part of the fun of touring is being able to build friendships with everybody that you're on the road with. They become your band family for, in this case, the next 7 weeks. And so for me to have to kind of separate myself on day 2 was kind of a bummer, but I knew that we would make up for lost time eventually. This venue is gorgeous. This venue is in the round, which means we would have audience members in front of us, above us, and behind us, which makes for a really interesting show. Of life. Day of show, we got together and went shopping. We're going to the mall. I'm gonna get clothes. Because once again, we had no wardrobe for tour, and I simply had no clothes, no underwear, no anything. And it was a reminder of the fact that body types are interesting, because we ended up getting like a group dress. Like, I had a pink one, and then the other girls had that baby blue version as well. Same dress though, and it looked beautiful on them. I looked like a mom who wanted to seem cool and lied about her age so she could get into senior prom again and try and relive something that was long gone. So I ended up buying that gold dress out of my own money because I loved it so much. For my hair, I just did finger waves on my box braids. And next thing I know, we're on our last song and the show is over. And the biggest lesson I learned was that I don't need nearly as much as I think I do. I made that show work with 2 dresses, my voice, and a saxophone. And I am so proud of myself for not only making the show work, but also just making touring work with nothing but what I could carry. Next time on Access Unfiltered.